Okay, here we are, guys. Everybody, thank you, thank you. Week 5, we're gonna bring Coach Pennington right in. West Warwick Wizards. They had a tough game against Classical. Coach, how you doing?
Could be better. Could be better,
You
but
was
doing all right. Doing all right.
you was hanging in there for a little while.
Yeah. It was a 14-0 half, and then we just had some bad things happen at the beginning of the first half. I think right off the top we had a fumble on the kickoff return, which gave them the ball, and they ended up scoring. So went from 14 to 21 within like a minute or so of the second half, which was kind of hurtful. It's hard to come back when you play against a good football team. Hard to come back from those types of things.
Yeah, definitely Classical. They're getting it in the win column. They're up there in the division right now, so they're playing good football. And you're right, you have to play mistake-free football.
Yeah, you definitely do. Even just going into the half, we have them in a fourth down play when one of our kids on defense jumps off sides, gives them the first down, allows them to score. We get the ball back. We're going down to try to drive the score. One of our kids catches just a little flare route pass, gets tackled, fumbles the ball. The kid from Classical picks it up, scoops and scores. So even if we just a couple of plays in a halftime, we go into the half 0-0. It's just but that's just the way things happen in football. Things happen quick.
Oh no, they definitely do. Before you notice it, the score is definitely jumping out of hand in some games. I got some scores right here. Westerly over Tolman right now, 24-6 in the fourth quarter. St. Ray's 41-0 over Mount Hope. Ponagansett blank Situate 51-0. NK over Cumberland 21-14. Narragansett over Pilgrim 55-40. Barrington 34-6 over Rogers. In Coventry 28-6 over Lincoln. LaSalle beat Shea up pretty bad 49-7. Them are the scores that I have right now.
Nice. There's some good games. I'm surprised at that Narragansett Pilgrim game. High scoring though.
Yes, it was, and Coach Blake. Somebody was sending me so many people were sending me updates, and Coach Blake was driving down. It looked like it become a 1 or 2 score game, and his guy fumbles. Just them opportunities that happen to the best of coaches, to the best of teams.
Yep. Absolutely. Stuff happens. That's why you play the game. That's why you play the game.
That's right. So what is next for West Warwick?
So we have Mount Hope next. Then we got Lincoln. So hopefully we can get something going. Just start to play some better football. I mean, just our goal right now is just to play better each week, and hopefully put some stuff together. We'll see. Then we got Wesley at the end of the year.
Yeah, they're playing tough. Few teams in Division Two are playing tough. You already know St. Ray's is playing good football. So we'll see. We're coming down. We're halfway there. Before you know it, the end October 31st going to be here soon. So, Coach, people can check your games out on YouTube Live now, right?
Yeah. West Warwick High School has their own TV station where they do all the home games at least, and you can check those out on YouTube. Yeah, and they're actually pretty good. Broadcast pretty well.
Yes, I definitely noticed that. I don't know if you got Mr. Green up there in the box, but I know I heard him a couple of weeks ago calling one of your games. He said he had his maiden voyage, so you got some good people over there at West Warwick. Good staff, good administration. It seems you guys are gonna get there. A lot of these teams are young.
Yep. We'll turn the ship around. It just takes time.
Well, Coach, be safe driving home. We'll definitely talk soon. I'm sure you got a lot to work on, a lot to get done. But thank you. I always appreciate you coming on.
Absolutely. Thank you. Appreciate it, man.
All right, I'll talk to you soon, Wes. Bye-bye. Well, Wes Pennington, checking in. The Costco game just pretty much got away from him very fast at 14-0 at the half. Still some good games going on. Look, Coventry beats Rogers 38-14. Matter of fact, give me a minute. I'm going to send Coach Goodhart a link right now because Coach Goodhart, I actually slacked off last week. I didn't get a chance to send him a link, so I will send Mr. Gary Goodhart his link now. So that was a good win for Coventry. I still got to break down the schedules and look at some of these games. NK, that score of NK and Cumberland is actually wrong. Coach Blake is going to check in when they get back off the bus. Yes, they won 50-0. Coach Eddie Insco was going to come on. Ponagansett gets the win. I was getting updates of that game left and right. Shout out to R&R Elite Recruits. This is a good time to get my sponsors up in here, right? All right, let me get them. R&R Elite Recruits, become part of the R&R Elite family. Came a 7-day free trial today at rnreliterecruits.com. Check them out. Big shout out to Coastal Homes. Colwell Bankers Mark Ryder Presidential Award winner. Give Mark a call at 401-787-5203. Big shout out to Voice Sports. Check Voice Sports on Tuesday. And go check out Ruby Tuesday. Especially go check out my boy, Eric Ruby Tuesday. The Stay Puft Marshmallow. Go check him out over there on Instagram. Check out his rebuttals. He rebuttals a lot of stuff that we do. So, you always need critics, So shout out to him. Shout out to 401 Strength and Fitness. Let me give my guy Emerson a link as well. And that's a fact. So a lot of people said they're going to come on the podcast tonight. We're going to send Coach Jimmy Cook a link as well. You know what I mean? His radio silence is over. I'm also going to give Eddie Insco a chance to come on. He wanted to come on tonight, so we will definitely see. If he don't come on, I definitely understand. Just sending him the link anyway. Shout out to him. But give me 1 minute. I gotta step away from the computer. Let me see if I got anything up here. I don't even think I got any videos uploaded right now, except the same shit that you've been seeing. So just stand by. Oh, we back. We back. We had to bring in Big Bad Emerson, man. What's up, Mr. 401 Strength and Fitness?
Mike, what's going on, buddy?
All right, how we doing, man? How are we doing?
I'm doing all right. Doing all right.
Yeah. LaSalle's quarterback over 300 yards today, man. Shout out to Dean. Five
Wow.
touchdowns. Yes, it wasn't a good day for Shea, that's for sure.
Well, it happens like that, but it is what it is.
What game was you at, Emerson? Because your original game got canceled. So, did the league find you another game?
No, so I had two games this weekend. I just finished the first one. I was at Cumberland. We did North Kingston versus Cumberland, and then I was supposed to officiate Hendricken versus Woonsocket.
So at least you got the one game out the way. I was looking at what was the final score of that game?
21-14 North Kingston. Probably one of the best games I officiated all year.
Yeah, both teams. Well, Cumberland needed a win more than NK. NK's sitting very nice right now. If I believe they're undefeated inside the division. So,
Right.
but Cumberland desperately needed a win. Let me run down some scores for you. Westerly final 24-6 over Tolman. Very competitive first half. They go in the locker room. I think Westerly's up 7-6. They come out. They make adjustments. Coach Dunbar very good at making his adjustments. Tolman, some very big kids over there.
Yes.
Derek Ward recovers a fumble. Devin Ward. I'm sorry. Yeah, so some very good kids over there. So shout out to Tolman, but they lose to Westerly. Now they take that long bus ride back home. 24-6. St. Ray's put 41 on Mount Hope. No surprise. I was thinking more like 50, but hey, 41 is not a bad day at the office. Tough day for Mount Hope Huskies.
Yep. Wow.
You already said the score. Your game, Burrville over East Providence, 35-14. Now, what I was calling the game of the week, Pilgrim, Narragansett. What a show over there. Narragansett pulls the game away, 55-40 at halftime. Narragansett was up by like 25.
No kidding.
Yeah, Pilgrim just kept fighting. I know Pilgrim was down by it would have put them within 10. They get all the way down, maybe the 20, 25-yard line, somewhere over there. They fumble. And it's just them breaks. But we'll have Coach Blake. He said he'll be coming on as soon as they get back on the bus. So Coach Blake takes his first loss. Still looking good. I think that is going to be the rematch for the Super Bowl at Cranston Stadium.
I'm pretty sure it will be.
Two very, very good teams. Barrington, putting the beats on Rogers, 34-6. Coventry coming out with their victory over Lincoln, 28-6. LaSalle, tough game, 49-7. Tough game for Shea, that's for sure. So a lot of lopsided victories. Another one, I gotta say, Felix was right on the money. Pontigansett, Blanken-Scituate. You ready? 51-0.
Wow.
51-0. Again, Scituate, a young team. Coach Eddie has the invite to come on. He said he was going to come on. No hard feelings if he don't come on.
No, it's fine.
Don't blame him if he don't. I totally understand. But yeah, some good games. Week 5. This was pretty much one of the unbelievable. Some of the kids that played tonight, unbelievable.
Yeah, I definitely going to say, one of the, going back to my game for a minute. First of all, congratulations to North Kingston. They played a heck of a game. It was literally back and forth. I got to say, Cumberland has a player, I believe is number 2. This kid is an athlete. I've seen athletes in my day, believe me when I tell you. And he was phenomenal. They came up short today, but they definitely have something to build on there because he was really, really good. they gave him that ball and literally he just took off. So, they can definitely build with him. I mean, the kids look good. It was a hard fought game on both sides. I mean, literally the physical up front. Backs and stuff working. I mean, just working really hard. And it was really, really a good game. I mean, it's really, as an official, those are the type of games you love to officiate something because it's back and forth. There weren't that many penalties. It was just a really solid game on both sides there. But again, shout out to North Kingston for that win. And, good job, Cumberland. Just fell a little bit short. They're on, I think like maybe the 5 or 6 yard line and things happened and, they couldn't punch it in. But you know what, that's not indicative of the effort and what was showed there today. It was really, really good job by both teams. But yeah, I mean, the rest of the scores, I mean, a lot of those games are, the cream is slowly starting to rise to the top here as far as Rhode Island. So, it's going to happen. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little stunned at the Westerly Tolman game. No offense to either team, but I mean, it just goes to show you how how things go here. But I know both coaches. I know them well, and things just happen like that. But shout out for Wesley for winning that game and getting the job done. But the game that really kind of when you said it was kind of against it, like that's that's just crazy.
Emerson, not to cut you off. You want to hold on 1 second? We're gonna bring Coach Gary Goodhart in.
Yep.
After his game, just hold on 1 second. Coach Goodhart, how you doing?
How you guys doing? Thanks for having me.
Not bad. We got Emerson Kilgore. And I'm sure you know Emerson. He was at 401 Flex. But how was your game today?
It was ugly. It was ugly. But we won 28-6. So I guess can't complain about a W. But man, was it ugly.
You can't throw a keeper back, right?
Yeah. No, that's the truth of the matter right there.
What made the game so ugly?
Oh my God. I can't even, to be honest with you, I can't even tell you how many penalties. I'm going to say more than 50 had. So there's only 4 refs, I'm not going to blame them. We got to be more focused, a little more disciplined, and it got a little too chippy. The game almost got out of hand a couple times, and it was just, there's a lot of things happening. It was just ugly. There was a lot of ugly things.
So how did your kids look overall besides the penalties? I know that's something that no coach wants to have, especially that many penalties, but how did your boys look?
Defensively, we played pretty good, to be honest with you. I was impressed with the defense. And if you watch somebody like Lincoln, Coach Kavanaugh runs a great wing tee. He's got that thing down to a T or whatever, no pun intended. But we did a good job playing against it because that is really difficult to stop, and we did a good job there. Offensively, we made a couple mistakes that were just damn near pointless, and just penalties killed us tonight.
Yeah, I'm glad you came out on the plus side of it. Here's some scores that might interest you. Westerly beats Tolman 24-6. St. Ray's over Mount Hope 41-0. NK beats Cumberland 21-14. I know Central High School won big. Pilgrim and Narragansett had a battle, 55-40. Narragansett wins. Barrington runs over Rogers, 34-6, and nobody wants to hear that in Division 2 for sure. And you already know the Coventry and Lincoln score.
Yeah, no, it was tomorrow's games. Do we know what tomorrow's games are, by any chance?
Yeah, I do have the games. Hang on 1 second. I'll pull them up on the screen. Tomorrow we actually have a lot of. I know the Hendricken game is canceled tomorrow, so you're gonna have EWG and Ponagansett. EWG and Juanita Sanchez. I actually don't have tomorrow's games in front of me, so but I'll definitely post them later. I know Central High School won big, but I think
The classical.
Oh, classical one. Classical, yes, classical. It was 14-0 at the half, and then it just got ugly for West Warwick.
Okay.
You know, West Pennington was just on. I had the score on, but I didn't actually write it down. But Coach Gary Goodhart, good luck. We'll definitely talk soon. And tomorrow after your practice, you want to bring a captain on, just send me a message. We're going to bring Coach Piver in next. So I appreciate your time.
All right. Thank you, guys. Have a great night.
All right. Well, 28-6 is pretty good. He said it's an ugly win, a lot of penalties, but let's bring in Coach Piver. Coach Piver, he's on the bus. Look at that. What's up, my guy?
Hey,
how was your game tonight?
Pretty competitive. Middletown got us 21-0. 14-0 at the half, 21-0 as the final. Kids played hard, and we got to take away the positive things we did today.
I see you guys. Who you got with you?
Hello. I got my man Zach Carrigan with us today.
He still looks like he's soaking wet.
I'm sweating. I'm soaked.
Zach had a couple of tackles at the corner spot, had a big interception and a big 40-yard catch down the sideline in the second half. So Zach had a pretty good game tonight.
And congratulations, Zach. Good things to come for North Smithfield. Coach Piver, we'll definitely we'll talk soon. I really appreciate all you guys. Thank you for coming out while you're on the bus. We're gonna bring in Coach Dunbar right after you. So I appreciate it. Any last words?
No problem. Thanks for having us. Hey boys, want to say hello?
All right. Thank you, guys. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Appreciate it, Coach. I'll talk to you soon.
Have a good weekend, guys. We'll see you.
Have a good weekend.
All right. Bye. Well, we ain't gonna slow it down now. We're gonna bring in Coach Dunbar. Very good game. Tough first half. Coach Dunbar, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, Mikey? How's it going, man?
All right, we
What's
got
up, Emerson?
Emerson. Yep.
Go on, Coach.
Nothing much.
Good game. Tough
Yeah.
first half. 7-6.
Yeah, I think we had 3 consecutive penalties. Tolman's big. They had some big boys out there, and obviously Coach JD, Jason DeLawrence, he does a great job. Coach Mark, they do a great job coaching up that line. But we had 3 consecutive penalties that extended that drive that they ended up scoring on. I think we had the punt running into the punter and 2 pass interferences on third down. So then those are just penalties that we made, but it just extended their drive and gave them more opportunities to get points on the board.
I seen that right before the half ended. I seen you go out on the field to talk to them. They just looked a little confusion. Did they add time onto the clock at that point?
Yeah, because it was an incomplete pass. We were rolling out, and Lance tried to throw the ball, but the kid didn't catch the ball, so it hit the ground. But the clock continued to roll. So I was letting the ref know that it was incomplete. How was the clock running? So they added some time back onto the play clock.
Well, it's nice to get another win. Every win is good when we're playing with winning percentage, getting down to the playoffs. Some other scores that Coventry won big, 28-6. He said over 50 yards and penalties they got. Barrington wins 34-6. Same.
Yeah, hey.
Oh, you already know.
You hear my boy? You hear my boy Najee?
So I tell you about them trenches, boy.
Yo, he's the loudest guy on the field.
Hey, he's always turned up.
He is, though. I seen him
Hey,
over
man,
there.
but listen, at the end of the day, we won 24-6. We're a second half football team. At halftime, I told my boys, no panic, no flinching. We're going to come out in the second half, and we're going to do what we said we were going to do. We made some adjustments, and we won. We scored 17 points in the second half, and, that Tolman football team is not a light team at all. They got some big boys in the trenches. They're probably the biggest team up front, even bigger than St. Ray's, that we've seen, and they're probably going to be the biggest O-line that we're going to see for the rest of the season. They're huge up front, and our kids stepped up in the second half. We were able to score 17 points. They only had about 10 yards rushing in the second half. So, that's football's 4 quarters. It's not 2. So we came out in the second half and we did what we needed to do.
Coach Blake said it well, that Tolman had a tough line up front when he played them the first week of the season. And yes, they had some big boys. What was it, that 78? I think his number was 78. Big
I mean,
kid.
they had more than one. I mean,
Yeah.
78's the big one, but they had some big boys out there for sure.
Yeah, definitely, but it seems like Lance Williams, that he's a small guy and he's not afraid of them big kids.
Nah, Lance is what we call a football player. He's not just a quarterback. He's not, afraid of contact. Lance is a football player. If Lance wasn't starting for us at quarterback and we had somebody else to do it, he would be one of our best receivers and he'd also be one of our best DBs. He's an athlete that plays the quarterback position.
So you're on the road next week going to Classical. That's a Saturday game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's going to be a tough game. Classical's playing well. They got one of the best players in the state in Marquise Buchanan, who also played in the Breakthrough League, and I got to see him up close and personal, and was convinced at that point that he's the best receiver in the state. They got a good offensive line this year. Their defense is actually playing really well as well. So it's gonna be a tough game. I think us, St. Ray's, and Classical. I don't know what Classical did tonight, but
they won.
I think Classical. Well, yeah, I think they're one of the best teams on our side. What was the score of their game?
I know it was tied up at 14. I mean, they were up 14-0 at the half. West Warwick. Yeah, they played West Warwick, and then it got away. I don't know what the final was. I forgot West Pennington, but West Pennington said it got really bad at the second half.
Yeah. Classical's tough. I've watched them play in person a couple times. They got athletes on the field. It's not gonna be an easy game, and they beat Tolman, I think, 21-7. So it's gonna be a battle for sure.
Shout out to another breakthrough kid, Dean, over there at LaSalle, scoring 5 touchdowns today, over 300 yards, one play, 98-yard pass. So that Breakthrough Academy really helped a lot of these kids out, and thank you for that.
Do you know who the pass was? Do you know who he threw it to?
No, I didn't. He's gonna send me the stats tomorrow. Dean usually sends me his stats, but no, I'm not sure. Probably Lassiter. I mean, isn't that his connection?
Lassiter's more of a running back, but LaSalle definitely had a couple breakthrough kids. Lassiter played in the league. Kid Justin Denson. Who else they had out there?
The 14 kid. Who's the number 14?
14 didn't play in the league, but he's a really good player. Dimitri Iafredi.
Yes, yep. Okay.
He's a good.
Well, Coach Dunbar, always thank you, man. And again, Najee's the loudest guy in the joint.
Oh man, Najee's turned up, pouring syrup on people. Got the turnover chains, but Najee is, people see Najee turned up, but off the field, he's one of the best dudes, just as a person, and he's helping us change the culture here. I think the kids love him first and foremost. The players love him. He's gonna help us really get even more kids in Westerly High School that are big, wanting to play on that offensive line and taking pride in it. So he's a very important part of our program. He does a great job with the boys in the weight room as well. We got a really good coaching staff. We got Coach Najee. We got Coach Ron Spazzato, who calls my defense. I think he's one of the best in the state at what he does. He's also the head baseball coach. We got Jordan Usero, Danny Miranda, Steve Williams, Aaron Marone. I really like my staff. Everybody adds value in some way. They all do something really well, and having a great coaching staff helps me out.
I said that a couple times,
and I got a damn good team doctor and my man Doc too. He's the best in the business.
Yeah, shout out to Dr. Mazzilli.
And we got a good AD as well, my man Jamie. He couldn't be there today, but I know he was watching. He does a great job. We got a great team over here in Westerly. It's not just me. I got great support. The community, the parents, everybody's back in the program. They make my job easier. And this is just the first year. I coached with Westerly in the spring, but now this is really like my first season in the fall. And I think we got some things rolling a little bit. Obviously some things to work on, but the kids have adapted to the offense and can only get better.
One last question. Whose idea was to bring them chains in? The gold chains with the big bulldog on it. I want to say Najee.
Obviously.
I want to say Najee, man.
That was obviously his idea. I think his
Salute
wife
to-
actually makes them. His wife makes them, so they don't even buy them. Like his wife knows how to make them.
Salute to her too. She's always sending me the youth scores. You know, because I tell people if you send me the youth scores, I'll post them. So salute to the wives.
Yeah, man. Always.
Coach, thank you, man. I really appreciate it. We'll definitely talk soon. I know you got to get ready for classical now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. On to classical. Thank you, Mike.
All right, Stanley. Have a good one. With Coach Dunbar stepping up in here, put a good staff together, M.
Yep, I mean they're getting the job done on the field, so that's all that matters. So
See, that was nice. We
glad
had
to see they're having
coaches.
success.
We had some coaches back to back. They be
Yeah,
calling.
that's good. Definitely a good
Oh
thing,
yeah,
man.
definitely, man. Coach Blake will be coming on. Coach Washington sometimes comes on Saturday. He had a big win. I know it was 34-0. The last time that at halftime it was 34-0. I think they went against Kingston West. Central. It looks like that they fixed their mistakes. Officiating seemed a little better this weekend.
Well, I will. I'll give you a very wild guess who walked up to us and said that this is the best officiated game he's seen in quite some time.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Would it be my friend? Oh, okay.
I think you know exactly. Yeah,
shout out
your
to
friend,
him.
That's it.
Definitely go
we'll
check
leave
out.
it as that. But he definitely walked up. He definitely walked up to us and said that, which again, we appreciate that, and outside of everything going on there, it's it's good to hear. But yeah.
But Emerson, you hear that your crew you have salute to your crew. I don't know them all. I know you, but how many people tell me every game you officiate that you guys are out, and I'm sure you're going to make calls that people don't like. I'm not even saying that. But salute to your crew. What do you got? You got someone named Jerome?
Yep, we got Jerome Hayes. We got Mike Parks. We have Adam. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but we have Adam there, and Eljo. So it's really, we're a solid crew. Like we work very well together, and honestly, that's something. I mean, all the crews I've been on, we've worked well together. But definitely, we have a chemistry, and that's if anyone knows sports or anything. When you have the proper chemistry, things are going to work out well, and that's basically what we have with our officiating crew. But no, it's a great bunch of guys, and we're strict but fair. We make sure that everyone's safe, which is our job, and make the calls. And we make the calls that the folks don't like. We definitely know that. There was a couple in this game. There's a couple inadvertent face masks, and folks were getting a little upset and it's like, well, you grab a face mask, that's a safety issue, was going to be called. It was inadvertent. It wasn't like it was a yank. It wasn't like he was trying to rip his head off. But, that once some fingers start gripping that face mask, that's a penalty. So, but overall, it's I'm happy to be with this crew, and, we do a good job.
Yeah, a lot of people say it. Coach Blake said it. You officiated the Situate game last week. The coach over there at Situate said Emerson and his crew did a very, very good job. So a lot of people give you guys a lot of credit. Coach Goodhart, this is the second time that he really was not happy with a W, and it's either that they're getting too many penalties over there.
Well,
50,
right.
50 it's a lot of penalties, and like I said to him, because he made this comment to me, you can't throw back a keeper, or you shouldn't throw back a keeper.
Right. And again, there's going to be some times, and again, with game, with things on the line and, first place in line, stuff like that, things happen. As I try to tell the teams at the beginning of the game, like, the football is an emotional game, but don't let your emotions get the best of you. because that's when, crazy stuff starts happening on the field. So, but no, I mean, for the most part, I mean, all the games I officiated it hasn't really been that bad. Obviously, folks definitely, do get a little bit of, get hyped up, and it's fine. That's what the game's about. But ultimately, things are good, and I mean, I really haven't heard or seen too much, over the top things, and it's football, guys. This is how it goes. So, but no, it was definitely a solid game today. Definitely, definitely a solid performance there from North Kingston and Cumberland. But overall, Cumberland fell a little bit short, but they had nothing to be ashamed of because they fought hard. So, but shout out to all these guys. Westerly getting it done down there. Coventry. I know my alma mater took a loss today, but you know what? They lost to a really good team, and I'm positive that Blake is gonna come roaring back and really do what he does and really be ready, because I think those like you said, I think that's gonna be the rematch in the Super Bowl, and I really think that is gonna be that's gonna be a phenomenal game. So
Definitely.
Definitely interested to see that.
95 points scored between the two teams. So, they almost broke 100 points between the two of them. So, that was a battle. 50.
Right.
Usually when a team scores 55, the other team isn't scoring 40.
Right. Right. And again, that kind of goes to show you, the potential of these two teams. I mean, that's a lot of points. I don't care where you are. That's a lot of points, and that just tell me that was just a battle. That's what that was. 55-40 means they were going nonstop. So shout out to both of them teams. Really showing what Rhode Island football is about there. Going back and forth like that. So, but we got more games tomorrow, and then we'll be on to another week. And like I said, we're starting to get into as one of my coaches used to say back in the day, the meat and potatoes of the season, and that cream is rising to the top. And, teams are definitely doing their thing, and it's going to be interesting to see how this all pans out at the end of this month.
No, it really is. And Classical getting the W today, they're going to be there in the playoffs, and that basically pretty much helped them. St. Ray's wins too, so they're still going to be battling. Westerly gets the win, so it looks like them three teams are in the number one spot.
And I want to say something about Classical. Coach McCall doesn't get the credit that he truly deserves. That man really puts in work there. He sent a lot of kids to Division I, and I know he doesn't get a lot of credit for it, but he definitely gets a lot of credit and respect from me. Like, he really does a good job with them kids, and and he's had some tough times there, believe me, but he's really doing a good job with that program, and really doing his thing this year. And like I said, it's going to be interesting to see how everything kind of pans out playoff time, and who's going to make it in the Super Bowl, because there's a lot of good teams in Rhode Island here, and they're starting to emerge, and I definitely believe Classical is one of them in this division.
Yeah, Coach McCall, and I was very surprised. I knew he sent a lot of kids on to college, but I was told that he sends as many kids to D1 as Hendricken does.
I would say that's an accurate statement, and again, that's why I'm saying what I'm saying here, because he's doing what he's doing at Classical, and he's getting them, he's getting these athletes, and he's really doing a good job sending them off. I mean, he's a lot of kids. I mean, he. Being that he's at Classical, which is a much different ball game than other schools, you got to take a test to get in there, and and a few other things there. But ultimately, he takes what he gets, and he makes him and molds him into to the athletes that they are, and they play on, and it's a good thing to see. I mean, he is literally in the heart of Providence there. I mean, he is he is literally right there. So it's it's a good thing to see. Shout out to him for what he's been doing over the past couple of years. I've interacted with him off and on for the past little bit, and I really see what he's doing. And I did work with one of his freshmen, and hopefully I can work with a few more of his his players, and getting them ready. And yeah, I mean, it's just he does a good job there. I mean, and sometimes a guy like him needs to be shouted out, and I feel this is the right platform to do it. So shout out to him and honestly the rest of his staff as well. Really doing a really good job there.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And I like what Classical's doing. And to be, when you say they're in the heart of Providence, like, you can't get any closer to the main artery to where they are.
Right.
The only thing Classical really benefits is being able to pool kids from different areas, because of the educational program that Classical offers. So,
right.
But yeah, they're in a tough spot, just like, they're right next door to Central High School, PCD's over there too, right? Isn't that PCD next to Central?
No, PCD, Providence Country Day. That's in,
okay.
That's in East Providence. Is it? I know exactly what you're talking about. I forget the name of it, but
Providence Career Technical.
Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah,
Providence Career and Technical School.
Yeah, their school's relatively new. I've been in there a couple of times. I did there was a football combine there. It was actually run by Coach McCall, and it was a couple of years ago. And their facilities are spectacular. So they have really good facilities there. But yeah, like I said, it's good. And again, people say it, and I'll continue to say it. 4-1 can ball. I mean, look at all we've had right now the past 20 so minutes. I mean, we got guys getting it done, and be it ugly, be it not, they're still getting it done here. And and shout out to all these coaches, coming on here and using your platform here, and really shouting out their program and really really showing what their teams are about. So it's definitely a good thing here.
Yeah, we'll have more tomorrow. The EWG game. Hopefully we could talk to Coach Cook, because he said it was radio silence until tonight. They get the big victory, so I hope Coach Cook will come on and talk about his program. I said, if you come on, I'll leave you alone for a week. You know what I mean? But I have so much fun with Coach Cook. Shout out to him, his family, his brother Michael over there at CLCF Chiefs, which I think his brother will end up in the high school rankings. The Cooks family been involved in coaching football for a long time.
Yeah, they have. And I remember I officiated one of their scrimmages earlier on in the summer versus Worcester, and I actually know those guys up in Worcester very well. I've worked with them. They've invited me up to help their offensive line coaches, and it's a really, really solid program. I believe there's the vice president or president. I'm not too sure. But,
Emerson, stand by. We're going to bring in Coach Blake.
Yep, go for it.
Second. Blizzy Blake, what's up, man? How you doing?
Could be better.
You know what? I was just talking to Emerson, and because Emerson's on the line, and we were talking about your game and the amount of points that you guys combined score. I think you guys are the two teams that are going to be down the road in the playoffs, and that game's going to be electric.
I think you cut out.
You hear it?
Oh, I said, I was telling Emerson, what was it, 55-40? The score, 95 points scored in that game. I think going down the line, you and Narragansett are definitely going to see each other again.
Yeah, I mean, I really hope so. Still a lot of the season left. We still got three league games. We just gotta get better, get back to the drawing board, and fix some things, and hopefully get a little healthy. They brought it to us. They won the trench game. And our linemen are definitely failing it.
Definitely. What did you see that you think you guys could have done better? Did you hear me? Coach Blake, you still there? Yeah, I think he might have some communication
Just
problems. Oh, okay.
defensively,
There he is.
we gave up some big pass plays, and then we weren't wrapping and we weren't tackling. So that was our biggest issue tonight, and those are all things that can be fixed. So hopefully we see them again, and it's a closer game.
All right, Coach Blake, man, thank you. We'll
Yeah, I'm here.
definitely talk
got me?
soon. Yeah. I got you. I can hear you. We'll definitely talk soon. And any last words? We got to put the link up for your bowling tournament.
You there?
Yep. I'm here. Yeah, we're probably having some communication problems. Yeah, I don't think Coach Blake calls from inside the building, so maybe he has some. Maybe he has some issues. But that was great. A lot of good coaches came on tonight. All the coaches, win or lose, they're still coming on. So salute to them. I'll give Coach Blake another minute, see if he comes back on. If not, maybe we can catch up with him another day. But shout out Coach Blake and Pilgrim and all the teams that did great tonight. A lot of blankins, a lot of no score games. Pontigansett wins by 50. St. Ray's gets a shutout. Classical, I think, another team that scored big. Westerly gets the W. Barrington gets the W. So these divisions are still very competitive right now, Emerson.
Absolutely, and honestly, it's any given Sunday or every given Friday or any given Saturday, whichever one you play, it is what it is. But that title's up for grabs, man, and it's going to be a battle. Like nothing's going to be handed to anyone here. It's going to be a fight. And that was indicative of what I saw today at my game, and obviously other games too. I mean, for two teams to score almost 100 points and they're going to the Narragansett Pilgrim game, I mean that's impressive. I mean that again, I said it earlier. That's just a fight. There's nothing else to be said about that. That's just a knockout, drag out. Time to strap it up and let's go swinging. It's really that's impressive. And yes, Pilgrim got the Pilgrim didn't get the win, but scoring 40 points. Offensively scoring 40 points is nothing to shake a stick at. So, again, I think that that's going to be a solid battle in that division, and just like the rest, man. I mean, like I said, the cream is rising to the top here. We're starting to see these the better teams emerge, and a lot of these teams are going to be getting it done. So, it's going to be interesting to see what goes on in the next couple of weeks here. I think there's about 3 weeks left. Hopefully all these teams play. I hate seeing the forfeits. The non-playing games here. So, hopefully every team can really play in these next couple of weeks and really give it a shot for the playoffs.
Yeah, you can't call it a forfeit. It's not considered a forfeit.
Right. Well, I don't even know what to call it.
No contest. It's called a no contest.
No contest. Okay, there you go. Yeah,
and for a lot of people that don't know, from what I'm hearing, is that and I think it's kind of crazy to do it mid-season. And shout out to the Interscholastic League, but I'm hearing that they might actually change the playoff format this week. And I'm like going halfway through the season, and if you do that, you just bounced a lot of teams out. If you go to win-loss right now, you just bounced a lot of teams out. So what do you do, though? Do you keep the win percentage right now? It's like it's crazy because, right now, if it's win percentage, Woonsocket's in, right? They have a great chance. If you go to win-loss percentage, forget it. Woonsocket history. Not even going to have a chance. Shea, another team, only had the opportunity to play 3 games, tonight being their 3rd game. of the season. We're going into week 5. We're in week 5. Shea plays 3 games. EWG, another team, playing 3 games. So we need to do better, because shout out to the kids that if they are getting sick and whoever does have COVID, God bless them, God bless their families, and I wish them nothing but the best. However, we can't hold the team that's doing everything well, that's doing everything right. We're punishing them as well. And is it fair? No, it's not fair. It's not even up for debate. My opinion. Yep. It's not up for debate. It's not fair. It is what it is.
Well, hopefully the Interscholastic League can get their, get their stuff together here and really kind of figure out a solution because, the one thing I don't want to see is one of these teams getting screwed over at the end. And honestly, if it keeps going like this, that is going to happen somewhere. I just don't, I just don't think that's right. I think, they need to come up with a really solid solution to move forward. And figure it out because, it's going to be a mess during the playoffs if this keeps happening. If they're just going to go by win percentage and go about that. So I don't know. Let's see what the powers that be do. It's not. This wasn't really wise to do the whole no contest thing. I think it all should have counted. It kind of is what it is. I mean, you have to give, like you said, you got to give the credit to the teams that are still playing. Again, I know it's unfortunate, and with COVID and that, but it is. We have to keep up some integrity here when it comes to playing and things like that. The teams that are playing, okay, they should get the benefit of the doubt and be like, okay, well, we're playing, so we should have a little bit of an edge over the teams that aren't. So, but like I said, I'm very interested to see what the Interscholastic League does. Let's see how this pans out. Hopefully they do the right thing. But that remains to be seen.
All right, Emerson, thank you. Real quick before you go, let me shout out my sponsor. Shout out Mark Wright, Coldwell Banker, Coastal Homes. If you're looking to get recruited, R&R Elite Recruits. Definitely, if you're looking to go to college and you need a trainer that's going to help you get it done, 401 Strength and Fitness. Emerson, do you know this guy? At 401 Strength and Fitness, you know him?
I know him well, absolutely.
Well, if you're looking to get it done, someone that's been there, someone that's been to college, that's been to D1, give Emerson a call. What's your phone number, Emerson? Well, 401 Strength and Fitness over there on the 400.
Give me a call, shoot me or info at 401strengthandfitness.com and we can link up. One thing I wanted to say too, stuck out is
you cut out. I can't even hear you.
The one thing that they definitely said, and I'm saying this for a specific reason, is that experience matters. What Mike just said, with my background, again, I'm not one to boast about what I've done and all this, but my experience matters. I've been to where the majority of young men want to be. I know the ins and outs. I know what it takes to get there. And as I told them, I did what I did at a time where no one looked in Rhode Island. So that
You back?
I'm back. There you are. I don't know what happened there.
Right, there we are. All right, you could
But
repeat what you were saying. The last thing that I really heard was when I said that, if you're looking for someone that really been to D1, been to college, and then you went into something. I didn't catch any
yeah,
of
so
it.
basically what I was saying is I had a conversation. And one of the things they were happy about is that I've had the experience. I don't talk about going to D1 or playing past high school. I talk about the entire thing. I talk about what it takes to be competitive at that level. I know because I've been there. I'm not one of these guys that just kind of talks the talks and walks the walk. I have been there, and one of the things I told this parent is that experience does matter, and regardless of what other people say or how much they amp themselves up or stuff like that. The bottom line is experience matters. I have been there. I've done what I've done. I'm very proud of my accomplishments, and I want to work with all young men and honestly young ladies if they're playing football as well to get them to their best potential. So please come visit me at 401 Strength and Fitness in Warwick, and we'll get the job done.
Yeah, definitely go check Emerson out 401 Strength and Fitness. And I want to just say for any of the high school students that might be watching this, even to the young adults, if you see somebody that's going through depression or something and they're in a tough situation, a lot of people might have heard Charahoe had a student that recently lost her life.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, they had a moment of silence. So if you know someone that's going through a tough time, don't just assume that they're going to be okay. I mean, say something, do something, because, we can't be losing any more children. So to her family, I know she was a wrestler her freshman year, doing very, very couple years ago. Very young girl. I think she was 17 years old. This might have been her senior year. Respect to her family. But I only bring that up because you see so many kids right now that are suffering with depression or just being bullied and don't know how to handle it. We're in a different time right now.
Right.
We didn't have to deal with this stuff, Emerson, the social media stuff when
Right.
we were kids. And frankly, when I was being bullied, my mother marched me out there and made me she said, you either fight or I'm kicking your butt. What do you
Right.
want? And I
Right.
said,
Yeah.
I'll take my chances on the streets with the bricks and the rocks.
Right. No, those days are over. And just to add with that, I mean, mental health is not anything to mess around with. We can talk about a lot of celebrities who have taken their life and things like that, and it's really something that needs to be emphasized. Mental health is just as important as physical health, as far as I'm concerned. It's very important. I'm extremely sorry to hear because as much as a football guy in Rhode Island, I also wrestled. I was two-time All-State at heavyweight in second in New England my senior year. It's a lot of folks. Some folks remember that. Most folks don't. But most folks remember me from my football. But I always enjoyed wrestling. That's really sad to hear. I'm really sorry to hear that, and my condolences to the family. But yeah, that's unfortunate. But one of the things people have to realize is that mental health is of the utmost importance, and these kids are dealing with more stuff than what our generation dealt with. Mike is exactly right because of the influence of social media, and it is crazy how things go on social media and things like that. But these kids, if someone's hurting or you think they're hurting or pull them aside as an adult and just talk. Let them get those emotions out so they can start to heal and they can confide in.
No, you're absolutely right. So our prayers, our condolences go out to the whole Charahoe community, her family, also to the poor kids
Health that's really have to. So really have to focus on that. But Mike, again, that's sorry, and such a sad note here, but I got to run.
Definitely. I just
me.
wanted to express my condolences. I wanted to mention it a little earlier, but I figured I wait to the end. But because there's more kids out there, and I don't want to see this happen to anybody across the country. Never mind kids in our own backyard. But Emerson,
Right.
thank you, Coach Dunbar. Thank you, Coach Blake, Coach Piver, Coach Goodhart, Coach West Pennington. Shout out Najee Barrels. You know what I mean? Thank you, everybody, for coming on. Emerson, we'll talk soon, and we'll see what happens to games tomorrow. Don't forget tomorrow, Coach Washington, Coach Fortin will be on, and maybe we might talk to Coach Cook. Emerson, we'll talk after. Oh, you don't have a game tomorrow. Okay, so we'll talk soon.
All right, sounds good.
Emerson Kilgore joining us. Thank you, Emerson, for coming on. Thank you, everybody. Shout out Coach Dunbar. Shout out Gary Goodhart, Coach Piver, Coach Blake. You know, we'll talk to Coach Washington, Coach Fortin tomorrow. You know, doing his thing. Great game tonight. Yeah, shout out to you guys, man. Great game. You know, big guys. You guys got some big guys over there. Shout out to you, Mark. A lot of great games today. Coventry gets a big win. Classical gets a win. I mean, the playoffs, you know, like it's really coming down to it. But shout out to everybody. We'll have to check out them games tomorrow. We know Pontiac won big. St. Ray's wins big 41-0. Let's see if I can pull up some of these scores. I know Central, it was like 35-something at halftime. Here we go. Westerly Tolman 24-6. St. Ray's over Mount Hope. Tough game right here. Cumberland needed the win. NK over Cumberland 21-14. Burrville taken down East Providence 35-14. Burrville really needed that win. My game of the day, Pilgrim Narragansett. What we have? 95 points scored in that game. Pilgrim gets the win 55-40. Tough back and forth game. That is probably going to be the Division III championship game. Barrington beating Rogers 34-6. Coventry over Lincoln 28-6. LaSalle beating Shea 49-7. My guy Dean over there, over 300 yards. He throws for a 98-yard touchdown. But shout out to all the coaches that came on. And if you're a coach, you want to come on and promote your team, man. We're just going to talk football, man. That's all I want. I just want to promote your programs. Thank you, everybody. And if you're looking to buy a home, thank you, Coldwell Bankers. Mark Wright, give him a call, a presidential award winner. Shout out my guy, Emerson Kilgore. He joins us every Friday night, chops at us with us while we wait for the coaches to come on. Shout out to R&R Elite Recruits. If you're looking to get recruited, give R&R a call. But that's a wrap for tonight.
Can We Keep It Real Podcast Network. Shout out to Can We Keep It Real Podcast and Network.
You nervous with butterflies in your stomach? Don't try to intimidate me. You couldn't scare me with lip. I'm spontaneous, smart, dangerous, fancy and quick. My trainer told me to work. He ain't prepared me to quit. I'm the only captain who's sailing this championship. I gotta hold down the city.